Let's see if we are live and if I can be heard pretty good. That's my main thing I'm doing right now. Let's see what we got going on here. Let's see how I sound on that side. Here. Let's see how I sound on that. Here. Let's see how I sound on that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. I think it's good. I'm just making sure that there's not, y'all was telling me how things are lagging, et cetera, et cetera. Right now, I'm going to do something here because I know that YouTube is not going to alert you guys that I am live right now. Some of you guys are not going to get the notification. It's something that's being worked on, and we're going to see how that's going to pan out, which I do not think YouTube is going to let a lot of you guys know. So let's just get that on off right now. But anyway, for those of you that are going to be coming and watching this video later, I apologize, but it's not me, but YouTube is not notifying you guys. Again, I get so many emails and so many people in the comment section that are saying that you guys are not being notified. Some of you are saying that you've been subscribed to me for some time and you're not being told that I'm live, which we all know why. Anyway, regardless of whether you're watching this live or whether you're watching this later and YouTube told you later, double check to make sure that you still are subscribed, that you have your notifications turned on. Make sure that you have the bell notification clicked, and make sure that when you click the bell notification that it's set to all notifications, all right? Just appreciate y'all all being in here. It's not going to be that long of a video because I got a few things I want to hit on, especially this Instagram thing that's been happening lately with some folks getting teed off or pissed off because of me breaking down some basic anatomy of women being different from men. But we'll hit on that a little later, okay? All right, so you guys see this right here. It says breaking news: Kelsey Grammer is in trouble for what he had to say about Donald Trump. But it's not the type of trouble that y'all think. It's not the type of thing that y'all think Kelsey Grammer is saying about Donald Trump. Most people thinking like, well, why should he be in trouble? Most of y'all that don't like Trump, you might have already jumped to conclusions and thinking that Kelsey Grammer completely ran Donald Trump's name through the mud. It's probably what you're thinking. Not so. So let's go ahead and get into it. Like I said, I'm not going to hold y'all long. There it is. No, it's not. I lied. That's not the video I want y'all to see. That's me and me again. It's this one. And as you can see right here, look at that. This is not it either. Ty, what are you doing? There it is. BBC reporter claims interview with Kelsey Grammer was cut short after he stated his support for Trump. Yes, you see that. Interview cut short after he stated his support for Trump. The Frasier actor said he still is a Trump supporter. Frasier star Kelsey Grammer told BBC that he is still a Trump supporter, which apparently caused the interview to end. The 68-year-old actor originated the role of therapist Dr. Frasier Crane during his stint on The Cheers from 1984 to 1993 and starred in the sitcom spin-off series Frasier for 11 seasons, 1993 to 2004. Almost 20 years later, Grammer reprised the role in the new Paramount Plus show Frasier, which premiered in October. BBC interviewer Justin Webb spoke to the sitcom star in a recent interview, eventually pivoting to a political question. He said, "You mentioned Roseanne early on, who had a great comeback but was also a Trump supporter. At least you were a Trump supporter. I'm fascinated to know if you still are," is what the BBC interviewer said to Kelsey Grammer. Kelsey Grammer said, "I am, and that's about all. Let that be the end of it." He said he still is a Trump supporter. That's about all, and let that be the end of it. Maybe the interviewer wanted to end. Maybe the interviewer wanted to end the interview because the fact that Kelsey Grammer said let that be the end of it all. Maybe the interviewer thought that Kelsey Grammer was saying to end the interview. I don't know. Anyway, let me get back to it. Webb told listeners that Grammer was perfectly happy to elaborate on his support for the former president, but the Paramount Plus people were less happy that he talked about it. He said, "But I should stress that Grammer was actually perfectly happy to talk about why he supports Donald Trump and still does in the coming election. Paramount Plus representatives did not immediately respond when reached out for comment about the BBC interview. The majority of the interview was reportedly about the other aspects of Grammer's life, ranging from the Frasier reboot to recalling the murder of his younger sister. I spent a good chunk of my lifetime grieving and possibly stopping myself from growing because of that, Grammer told BBC. In a recent interview with Fox News Digital, Grammer spoke directly about why he helped bring the beloved sitcom back. I wanted to prove to myself and other people, of course, that Frasier was still interesting, still watchable, still funny, Grammer told Fox News Digital. Those were important parts of it, but also I thought there were more stories to tell about his character because there's more stories to tell in our own lives. Now, you guys all just heard that. As you can see, and as you guys all heard, the interview was pretty much ended when he showed and when he talked and stressed his opinion about him supporting President Donald Trump. So, was it BBC per se that ended the interview? I don't know, but you heard that they did end it. Or was it somebody behind the BBC interviewer, for example, Paramount Plus, that pretty much didn't want him talking about that? Because you've seen in here, Webb said, listeners, he told them that Grammer was perfectly happy to elaborate his support of the former president, but the Paramount Plus PR people were less happy that he talked about it. So is it possible that the Paramount people told him, the BBC reporter, nope. I'm just going to go out there and tell you guys that a lot of people that are on this woke side who has so much hatred for Trump, that probably most likely influenced him to end this interview, don't like Donald Trump, of course. Anybody that possibly show any shape, form, or fashion for Donald Trump, you will be met with being shadow banned on YouTube. You will be met with folks that just don't like you because you actually stand. It's not even about, you know what? What's funny about this whole deal is that they're not liking Trump simply because it's Donald Trump. That's it. A lot of things that people have been pissed off about with Donald Trump, you can't argue with them. You know what I mean? You can't argue with them on it because most of these people have they don't really have an argument with a lot of things that Donald Trump pushes out as far as what he wanted to push out in policy. A lot of people, because of the fact that they just don't like Donald Trump, is going to hate you. They're going to disregard you. They're going to disown you. All those things simply because you might support, not per se the man Donald Trump, but you support what Donald Trump stands for. You know what I mean? That's what they do. It ain't that they don't support you because of what Donald Trump stands for. They don't support you because it's Donald Trump. Plain and simple. So like I told you guys, this wasn't going to be that long of a video. This is like straight cut 4. We all know why they do not like Donald Trump, because Donald Trump set out one of the biggest coalitions for law enforcement to go after people who are being trafficked. And as y'all seen, part of that coalition that he put out there happened to land somebody that worked for the Pentagon in trouble because he was caught up in getting ready to have sex with somebody that was being human trafficked. Yes, you heard it right. The Biden Pentagon personnel was caught up in a sting that he was getting ready to have sex with somebody that was trafficked. So Donald Trump set that coalition while he was being the president. I know y'all not gonna hear about it because y'all don't care. Y'all don't like Donald Trump. That's the point. Y'all don't like Donald Trump. And the reason why a lot of these companies and these lot of woke corporations are going against Donald Trump, because Donald Trump is exposing their corruption. And what a lot of y'all hate about this, y'all hate Donald Trump, but y'all don't want to see what Donald Trump has done. And that current ripple effect that he's done is still being felt to this day. All you have to do is go look up on Florida. They're constantly busting up sex trafficking, human trafficking. People are included in judges, police officers, a lot of Disney workers. They're doing it all day long in Florida. But the media is not going to show y'all that, because it's going to show you that despite of what people feel and think about Donald Trump, you guys are so focused on hating Donald Trump that y'all not even seeing that the people who are being affected by these disgusting individuals are being saved every single day, but the mainstream media is not going to show you guys that. They're not going to show you that. So all in all, ladies and gentlemen, you should be a little kind of questioning things when somebody wants to disown you because of the way that you vote, the way that you think, somebody's policy that you're more in tune with than others. It's no different. Can you imagine somebody disowning you because you are a Christian and they are a monk? Can you imagine them disowning you because you are a monk and they're Catholic? Can you imagine them disowning you because you're Catholic and they are Jewish? Can you imagine them disowning you because you're Jewish and they may be Hindi? You know what I'm saying? This is what a lot of people are doing. You don't want to come and talk about it, see what differences y'all might have and what absolutely 100% y'all might agree on a whole lot of things. You don't want to do that. What you want to do and what you rather do is hate the person because this person just, y'all don't like him. I don't like the way he talks. He always has this smug smile. He always has this blah, 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 blah. Having no idea they are doing nothing more than training y'all to be underneath a dictatorship. Yep, I said it. When you are in the mindset to where you don't want to hear another person's point of view, you don't want to hear their perspective, you don't want to see why they think the way that they think. I don't care if you're on the left or the right. When you get into a position to where all you're doing is going and literally going out and doing what these individuals of these woke corporations are telling y'all to do without giving any thought to it, you are setting yourself up to be under a dictatorship. And that's why I listen to it every morning, and I know that this may not have nothing to do with it. Charlie Chaplin, along with Hans Zimmer's song, where he says, don't give yourselves to brutes, men who despise you, enslave you, who regiment your lives, tell you what to do, what to think, and what to feel, who drill you, diet you, use you as cannon fodder. Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men, machines, man, with machine minds. You are not machine. You are not cattle. You are men. You have the love of humanity in your heart. You don't hate. Only the unloved hate. He flat out said it right there. And I know it has something to do with what was going on back then, but I'm just saying the words that I just told y'all right now, a lot of you are underneath that right now, and you have no idea that you're being nothing more than being a pawn for somebody that wants to be a dictatorship. And because of that, you're going to fall right under there and obey them. You're not going to be able to do what you want to do, what to think, what to feel. You're not going to be able to do that because you're doing the work of them. Anyway, folks, told y'all this wasn't going to be a long video. I'm getting ready to hit on this other video to show y'all what's been going on this Instagram, because a lot of women apparently don't know their own anatomy. Y'all going to see here in a second. Don't forget, y'all, hit that like button before y'all get out of here. I'm getting ready to do another video, so stay tuned. There's 65 people in here and only 29 likes. Make those match, okay? Make it match, folks. Make it match. I'm getting ready to do a video on Instagram that apparently is getting a lot of traffic, and people are getting upset with it. And we have individuals, a lot of women, who are upset with this. I've gotten emails and all this, and it's sad that I got to sit there and break it down to some of you women about y'all anatomy and physiology. Not y'all normal women, though. I'm not talking about y'all. Anyway, y'all, appreciate you being in here, Red. I appreciate you being here, sister, being my moderator for right now, lady in the blue with the ranch right there. Thank you so much for doing what you're doing right now. Again, y'all, stay tuned, because I'm getting ready to do a video on this Instagram and on what I posted, which had a lot of women of a particular mindset offended. With that being said, folks, I'll see y'all in a bit. I'm Ty Smith, model Renaissance man, hoping and praying that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, I pray every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus. What's going on, everybody? So, hey, check this out. I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate you taking time out of your day to view these videos. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, and also, right here is where you can catch the next video